Good part of the day, dear students. Welcome to our lecture number 14. Today we are going to speak about the lexicography in the light of globalization of English and modern trends of lexicography in the period of globalization. My name is Radjabova Gulnoza Giyosiddinovna. I'm a senior lecturer at the Department of Methodology of Teaching English. Let's start. In today's lecture, we're going to touch upon such ideas like basic challenges of modern-day lexicography, benefits of online dictionaries and online resources, the user at the center in the period of modern trends, adaptability of online dictionaries, the period of hybridization and collaborative lexicography as a new trend. Let's speak about the globalization. As you know, this process has grown from the roots in British Isles, yes, to become a global lingua franca, English language. And there were some key historical milestones, such as first, British colonization, when Britain invaded all other parts of the world, like India, African continent, Australian, etc. And it was a period of total globalization of the world and spread of English. The rise of the United States with the invention, with the declaring the independence, United States also started becoming the top country, developed country, and during this period also it pushed to the development. These processes helped the enhancement and development of the English language and spread of English language everywhere. And last one is the global influence of media and internet. As you know, most of the text and information in the internet, 90%, is in English language. So, and there were some factors contributing to the spread of English. So, first of all, economical and political power of English-speaking countries. As you know, English-speaking countries are highly developed industrial countries such as the United States, the British Kingdom, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. Yes, these five top countries, they are considered to be developed. And it means that politically and economically, they are powerful. Next one is cultural export like movies, music, and literature. Hollywood was the influencer of most trends, most cultural developments, yes, and some cultural shifts in the other globe, yes, and it also brought to the processes of globalization. Music, most people nowadays listen to westernized music, Western singers and pop groups or rock groups and rock bands. And literature, yes, the development of literature also brought to the spread of English. And the role of English, last one, the role of English in the international business, science, and technology. As you know, as I told you before, most of the articles, yes, scientific articles, are in English. Even they refer to non-English speaking countries. Yes, the authors are not from English speaking backgrounds. Yes, they prefer to write their articles in English in order to be accessed by the globe, yes, by the wider audience, or in order to be recognized by the wider audience. The same happened with business, because in business sphere, yes, in business culture, speaking in English, and English has become international because speaking and communicating processes mostly happen in English language. So, and next one is the main specificity of dictionary making process in modern period. previous lectures, we discussed, yes, how these new technologies, yes, influenced and how they changed the process of creating, compiling dictionaries. Yes, and computer and internet technologies have become basic since most dictionaries apply and employ data taken from massive corpora. Last lecture we discussed it as their starting point, because all the texts, the process has become that all the texts, all the materials and information is stored electronically in massive corpora, and it was the primary source for lexicographers to compile their dictionaries, because they get reliable, factual data which is stored electronically. And modern dictionary compilers depend and rely on personal computers, on internet, and different applications and online dictionaries. Last lecture, we discussed it, such as the Smith engine, Ant-Kong, etc. Have you ever compared that the World Wide Web represents a vast sea of data that lexicographers can search for evidence of word usage, or indeed for few words and new users of words? For example, all new meanings of words nowadays appear firstly in colloquial layer of language, such as mass media, texts, or some blogs, internet, web pages, etc. And after that, they enter into online dictionaries. And as you know, most online dictionaries are dynamic. It means that they are updated on a yearly or basis, yes, very frequently. If in the past it took long period of time to be edited one more time, to be published again, and to add some new materials, new meanings of the words, new usage of the words, and to add neologisms in the dictionary entries. In modern period, this process takes quite quick time, yes, and it can be added and entered into language very quickly, neologisms, I mean. And what is the main important issues in dictionary compiling process in modern era? First of all, the most significant issue that is of accessibility. Yes, how accessible or nowadays modern dictionaries are. Yes, how the user gets to the information that satisfies their needs as efficiently, as effectively as possible. So it means that how there, as you know, there are a lot of dictionaries, and with the development, the dictionary compiling process, and turning to online dictionary compiling process, users has become more, let's say, demanding, yes, and they choose, because these dictionaries should answer to the requirements and needs, and should fulfill their wants and needs of the users. And it means that the dictionaries nowadays, they have become user-friendly. So let's just touch upon and reflect on previous lectures and speak about some features of traditional printed dictionary. Yes, that we spoke about these previous lectures, and that large body of texts, they are coded, yes, and among different categories of information. There were coding process, for example, part of speech tagging, yes, then some grammatical categories are included, or some phonetical features. They are all included, yes. Examples of these categories include the entry word itself, yes, pronunciation, yes, part of speech, definition and quotations, and some references, yes. The coding used can vary depending on the age and condition of the files, ranging from simple typesetting instructions to a structured data format. Yes, and typesetting codes indicate how specific parts of the text should be formatted, such as an italics or bold. And nowadays, there were some 6 significant innovations of modern dictionaries. What are they? Let's have a look at them. First of all, It is corpus integration, as you see. As I told you previous lectures, yes, corpora have become a basic source of information for dictionary compiling process. So more and better data. So data, they were a big masses of text, yes, large mass of texts. As a text became massive and information has become massive. Yes, efficiency of access. So nowadays the access to information has become very easy, as the only thing the user needs is the internet access and his smartphone or any other electronic device. Yes, customization. So they become user friendly, and it has become very easy for users to navigate and to use these online dictionaries and modern dictionaries. Yes, hybridization. So they become more, let's say, both printed version you can get access. Yes, users can get access to printed version as well as to online version, and both versions are accessible and possible to get. Yes, and user input. It is the last trend and the most important here, because users can also add new meanings and can develop the dictionary itself, online dictionary itself. For example, Wikipedia is one of the examples of such dictionary or encyclopedia where users can add information and influence, yes, and contribute to the development of this dictionary. And how do you think? What is the future of online dictionaries, of all dictionaries? How do you think? What will it be? Think about it a little bit. Yes, exactly. So according to Beer, the future of historical dictionaries is undeniably digital. So all dictionaries will be digital in the future. Yes, we started already, and I'm sure that very few of you can use or have ever used printed version of dictionaries. Most of you prefer nowadays online dictionaries, digitalized dictionaries. Yes, and dictionaries will no longer be a partial record of the vocabulary of the language. Yes, it will be full record of vocabulary of the language, or represent the language in the same way as paper dictionary does. Yes, it means you can get readers and users nowadays, or learners can get access to wider, more advanced and complicated, not complicated, advanced versions of the language. Yes, because language, as you know, it is a living organism. It develops and it changes all the time, and the same happens with dictionaries nowadays. So it means they coincide, they align with the processes which happen, more or less they align, yes, with the processes which happen nowadays. Yes, for example, the development of language, appearance of neologisms, new words. Yes, for example, new words, Trumpification. Yes, Trumpification is a process which happened in society, in political life of people. Yes, with the election of Trump as the president of the USA, and the process of Trumpification here, and in mass media this new term appeared, and it already, I searched some dictionaries, online dictionaries, and this new term is already in the dictionary entry. So it means the process which the president of the USA introduced in the political and social life of the USA is going to introduce. Yes, and they will instead be user. So it means that dictionaries will be for user focused and adaptable. Yes, perhaps integrated with other information sources. Yes, and even compiled from the contribution of users. So users who are users. So for example, in mass media texts, yes, they introduce new terms. Or recently, as you know, in LA, yes, California, wildfires happen, and this new term like fire-nado, yes, instead of tornado, new term fire-nado appeared. So it means it is not in the dictionary yet. Yes, but I'm sure that in couple of months, maybe, yes, if this process will continue, it is not neologism, it is ad hoc or occasionalism. On this occasion, this happened, this created this new word. But in the future, it will enter in the vocabulary of the language. And in conclusion, yes, I would like to tell that online dictionaries have the capabilities for overcoming the problem of word overload. Yes, they could tailor the entries according to the user's need. Yes, all needs are taken, in most cases, are taken into consideration. The presentation of information can take account of the function of lookup and the profile of the users. Yes, for example, what does it mean user-friendly? There are special algorithms in the online dictionaries where users, for example, they are interested in some sphere of knowledge, and all the vocabulary or words of the day are given, are chosen according to the interest of the user. And it means that individual approach is used in online dictionary compiling process. And lexicographic data can be organized and presented in more user-friendly ways. Thank you for your attention.